have for me.
Whatever you have for me.
Reveal your plan.
Reveal your plan.
Come on, talk to somebody and say, God gonna tell you what he wants you to do.
God will tell you what He wants you to do.
He has a plan for you. Not a surprise. In this case, God wanted Israel to be free from the enemy. So he stirred up this trouble because Israel had become comfortable with defeat. I don't want to park here. James Cone said it best. He's one of our leading black theologians. He was writing about the black culture and the black church. I've said this before. He said, he was speaking specifically for us, the black culture or black church. He said that, we are the only people that develop a theology that teaches us to be comfortable with nothing.
Yes.
I'm going to say that again. This is James Cone, a leading theologian in the black community from the AME church. Still alive today. He wrote that in the black church, we're the only people that has developed a theology that teaches us to be comfortable with nothing. Nobody, no other culture develops songs that teaches us I may be poor, but I have Jesus and that's enough for me. No other culture sings that. No other culture teaches us is to be okay to have nothing and to not want nothing. But we contend ourselves with a theology and song that reinforce that poverty is okay. No other culture teaches that. And since theology shapes our whole perspective, concept, and view of life, how we see life is shaped by what we believe. So we teach you that it's okay to not have nothing and don't want nothing. And somehow that makes you closer to God or a better person or a better Christian. It only hinders you in the earth realm. While you're contending yourself with saying, just give me Jesus, every other culture is going to get everything they can in the world, and you're not even competing for it because your theology teaches you it's okay to be broke.
Amen.
And you're comfortable with that. So Israel this is why God had to stir this trouble, because Israel was comfortable with being defeated, being enslaved. We teach, get an education so you can get a good job. Everybody else teach, get an education so you can develop entrepreneurship's companies and give other people orders what to do. We teach, get an education so you can get an apartment and have your own living. They teach, get an education so you can have money to develop communities and own them and sell them to other people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you can get your own house. This was a survey that was done with children just a few years back. where they went to school to ask children, and they asked black kids, what do you want in life? They said, well, let's see, a job and a car and my own apartment. That's all you want. You don't want to own nothing. You don't want to be wealthy. You don't want to be a CEO, a president, entrepreneur. You want a job and a car and your own apartment. Not even your own house. We're talking about kids in their 5th and 6th and 7th grade. By that time, they ought to have some kind of concept about life. It's tragic. We'd have missed something when a child in 6th grade only want a car and an apartment.
Wow.
But then our theology teaches us that somehow, if you even get that, you have arrived. You ain't got nowhere. And we are too comfortable with nothing. So this is Israel's problem, which is our problem. Amen. The miracle in this story was not merely the strength of Samson. The real miracle was that the power of God was still working in a bad situation. Thank you, Jesus. Thank God that the power of God was still working, even in a bad situation. Some of you in a bad situation now. You don't have to tell me. But I wanted to tell you that the power of God still works, even in a bad situation.
Yes, thank you, Jesus.
You know, I guess, you know, I'm a little bit more liberal in a lot of areas, maybe too liberal, even though I pride myself on being a little bit conservative. I know I'm liberal in my thinking a lot, and I kind of hold a restraint on a lot what I say, because you know, I don't want to shake you too far. But let me be conservative. I'm gonna retract it back up off of that. I wanted to go there, but I'm not gonna go there. In a bad situation. So, in spite of everything that's going on, tell somebody there's still a miracle in this mess.